Getting ready to seize your first opportunity to come into the ring and start grandstanding and hot dogging, yeah!
I can't help it that I look good, smell good, woo, can dance all night long.
When we speak, our voices are heard. We all say, I bring it.
Welcome to Malice Smack Talk. We are back. It has been over a month and a half. We had to take a break because we went a year and a half straight. So month off vacation. I am your host, Masonic Vader. Joining me tonight is my partner in crime, Mindfreak. How you doing, sir?
We're back.
Exactly.
It's great. And now you get to see both of our ugly mugs once again. Well, more so his, not mine, because that beard. What is going on with that beard, sir?
Oh man, let me tell you, dude. I am in.
You look like an older version of Eric Young.
I think Eric Young can grow the beard out this good, man. I am in week number 8 of my beard process. You'll find out. I mean, you remember this. I started growing the beard halfway out, man. So It's crazy, though. It's only 6 weeks, man.
Nice, dude. I trimmed mine down about a month ago, and I'm just letting it regrow because part of it was like uneven and all that kind of stuff. So this right here is about 4 or 5 weeks in. So it's doing it a little differently this time. So I mean, nowhere near it's going to be glorious as bearded one.
Yeah, I'd love to shave this ain't off, but no, I can't do it. Anyways, hey, so we're not going to talk about manscaping or man grooming or anything like that. We're talking about wrestling. We have been gone for a while, and we wanted to get back in and sneak one in before SummerSlam. And this is a great weekend because WWE, especially over the last 4 to 5 years, this weekend's been solid. You've got 2 major shows going on this weekend. Which is going to be NXT Toronto and then SmackDown. SmackDown, SummerSlam 2019. So let's get things rolling, man. Let's just jump right into it. And thank you very much. Mindfreak, you got some kind of lighting going on. I guess you're in some kind of stank man cave. That's what our producer said right before he went to eat. And he's subscribed now for 16 months. Thank you very much.
No, I left my TV on with the lighting to have a little bit better because if I was to turn my TV off and just have grayscale, then it just goes dark like that, like it normally is, then I really look like a creeper.
Then we don't see you as much, so it's
exactly.
All good.
So at least with this on, you can see me a little bit better.
So before we get things started, I just want to take a second to thank our host site, MALICE-Corp. They've been our host now for the last year and a half, and we thank them very much for allowing us to do this. Check out their website, MALICE-Corp, where you can check out all of our previous podcasts, plus all the other podcasts that happen between the main podcast that they just had about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago, every Friday night at 8 p.m. on Twitch, Pacific Standard Time. It's the All Nerd News podcast. And then, of course, you got us, and they've got a plethora of other casts as well. So check it out, MALICE-Corp, wonderful site, great group of people. You'll even see us occasionally on some of the other casts as well. So let's jump into this, man. I'm excited. NXT, you already know that we're going to start with NXT because that's tomorrow night. You know I'm supporting NXT. I'm really hoping that I've been seeing the videos, man. Ciampa, he's looking good, man. Maybe he makes that appearance tomorrow night. I don't know. We'll see.
With the way the matches are set up for NXT,
I know.
I don't think so. You already know where my thoughts are. With how these matches are set up, you know it's going to happen.
Yeah. So NXT TakeOver 2019 is going to be in Toronto. Same 5-card lineup, but man, this has got to be one of the strongest cards I've seen in a while.
Is it 5-card or 6?
It's 5. You've got
it is 5. It is 5.
You got all the championships and one solo match. Which let's start off with that solo match. I like we do. The first one's going to be the just straight up Candice LeRae versus Io Shirai. This has been building up pretty strong since Io's done the change. Have you been keeping up and watching with Io and her metamorphosis?
I haven't. I've been watching the shows, but just with busy and work, I haven't caught a lot of the NXT ones in a while. So, but looking at the card and then from what I've been hearing and stuff like that, her change that she's been going through has been phenomenal.
Yeah, it's dark EO. I mean, it's she loses a match against Shayna Baszler. She goes off on her with the kendo stick. Everyone's loving it. Then the next match she gets saved by Candice LeRae. Or no, the same thing afterwards, because Candice LeRae came out and saved her the last match. She ends up going off on Candice LeRae, and that just started this whole feud. And it's great to see this, because one of the things I've kind of felt that NXT has been lacking a little bit has been the women's division, since they brought up a lot of their main talent last year. And I saw glimmers of it starting to come around with the fact that they had Io Shirai, that they have Shayna Baszler, they got the EST of the NXT. I mean, they have a lot of great talent, but they haven't been showcasing them as much. And then Candice LeRae jumped back into the mix because she was gone for a while. And this has gotten her back into it really solid. This is a great rivalry that I hope does not end tomorrow, that I hope keeps going. It's been back and forth, and these are some of the top talent that NXT have. My pick on it, I'm just going to jump into it. My pick is going to be Candice LeRae. And I think the reason why I'm giving it to Candice is because the way Io has everyone biting out of her hand, she's very limited on what she says, but her actions speak words. She could lose tomorrow and still come out next week and be the heel that everyone's loving right now. She is a really good heel, and she's the type of heel that I appreciate the most, where it's no talk, just kick their ass. And that's what she's been doing since she's done this heel flip. But I see Candice coming out with it because Candice needs this push. She's been in and out of the division between Gargano and Ciampa's rivalry. Then she got pushed out for a little bit. Now she's getting back in. This is her night to shine, and I think it's going to be a Candice LeRae win. Where are you going, my freak?
You know, I like I said, I haven't really been watching much NXT. I've been reading, following up, and stuff like that. And yeah, I can see this rivalry brewing up to continue on, and for that reason, I'm going to go with Candice too, because same kind of idea. She's been there, but she hasn't had like big wins. I mean, she's had some big wins, but not like big ones that like you can kind of see her more storylines on her own, away from Johnny, away from Ciampa when they were doing their own feud and stuff like that. So this is kind of for her to kind of come into her own and kind of just continue with that and see what more we can build up with her. So I'm going to go with Candice as well.
Yeah, good point on Candice LeRae too. I do think the other thing, that the reason why she needs this, you brought this up, Johnny Gargano's time, I think, on NXT is coming to an end soon. We'll get into conversations later on about his matches and stuff, but NXT has got a lot of talent that's just kind of hanging in the middle right now that could be headlining. We're talking Keith Lee. We're talking about the Bro. There's a lot of talent there that could be carrying the show. So right now, I think NXT is in that situation where they got to start pushing some of the talent up, especially with the Fox deal and everything going to be happening soon. That this might be her time to start separating, like you said, from Johnny Gargano and making her own run. So the rest of the matches, and this is where I love NXT, the rest of the matches are title matches. And awesome.
Can we say clean sweep?
Not all of them though. Let's start off with the women's championship. Mm-hmm. This is an interesting match that they have going on. We have Mia Yim versus Shayna Baszler for the women's championship. They've been brewing this up now for about a month and a half. Mia Yim is supposed to be the person that could take Shayna Baszler out, apparently. The buildup has led to where Mia Yim has taken out her cohorts, Jessamine Duke and whatnot, so they're not going to be there. Well, at least that we think. And Shayna Baszler is going one-on-one against Mia Yim for that women's championship. What are your thoughts on it? What do you think, my freak? Who do you think is going to come out with this win?
Baszler sells the title, yeah. I'm gonna go with Yim because like I know Baszler has been the women's champ for how long now?
It's been a while.
And I mean,
her second run.
It is her second run, but I mean, at the same time, too, like, yeah, she is kind of holding up the NXT Women's Division, being the one that's on top, but at the same time, it's just like, really? Like, there's you got so much more talented women on the NXT roster that you're just kind of holding back because of the fact that Baszler still has the title. Not to say anything against Baszler. I would love to see her move up and, like, you know, feud with the likes of, like, you know, Charlotte or Becky or even Ember Moon or somebody like that. But I think it's time. I think she drops it to Yim, and that kind of maybe furthers the story a little bit. So I'm going to go with Yim.
Okay. So there's a lot of things that have come out in the last couple of weeks that have made me change my thought process on this as well. I originally was going to be saying Yim as well. However, I'm going to stay with Baszler. And the reason why is because off to the side, you're hearing some rumblings about how somebody's missing in WWE and wants to come back, i.e. Ronda Rousey. She wants to get back into the ring. And I know WWE is all for that. At the same time, I just read an article about a day or two ago that someone else is ready to come back to WWE as well. Sasha Banks. Okay. So I understand what you're going, because we thought this was going to happen, and then they ended up, all this crap happened. But the stars are starting to line up to where there could be that potential 4-on-4 again.
Yeah.
So they have nothing with Baszler right now. As much as I would like to see her kind of move on, if she doesn't have the belt, she's irrelevant in NXT. And they can't push her up to the main roster right now because I don't think she's got that backing yet. I don't think she's quite there. She will need Ronda Rousey to make the main roster.
She might, or you could do a flip-flop, like she's in there feuding with, you know, one of the four, you know, like Becky, Charlotte, Sasha, or Bayley, and then it's like, oh crap, Baszler needs help, here comes Ronda to the rescue kind of thing, and then she comes up with the other two. That could be a thing too. You know, I could see WWE going that way. You know, like we know Ronda, she's the baddest woman on the planet. She's went a whole year without losing and lost to Becky. But it's the fact, like, you know, let her friend come up, let Baszler come up, start doing successful, then just keep getting beat down, and then boom, who comes to save her out of the big major pay-per-view? Rousey and the other two. I can't remember their names off the top of my head.
Justman Duke, and
which you can see them possibly going that route too.
I can, but I don't think Baszler's ready individually big time yet.
Okay.
She's too much of a Brock Lesnar to where Brock Lesnar.
She's like the Brock Lesnar of NXT.
she is.
I was thinking that earlier too.
She's got a little bit better mic skills, but she doesn't have the mic skills to hold the main roster. And then you got Jessamine Duke and God, I wish I could remember her other name. We're both dropping the ball on that. They're not even NXT ready yet. So that's why I'm like, I think they're going to keep her with the belt a little bit longer. And I'm going to put this in there. When you see Sasha Banks come back, or if you see Ronda Rousey come back, or if they both come back, that'll be the time. The next NXT takeover will be when she loses that belt. And then the very next night or the very next pay-per-view, when there's something, that's when it's all going to come to fruition. Okay. Because the 4 horsewomen, and we're talking about the UFC ones, are not ready for the main roster if they can't have Ronda Rousey.
True.
It's gonna be a waste of time. They're just gonna go away, and they're already having trouble with.
Yeah, and I see that valid point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we have good valid points. I mean, that's what Smack talks about.
Exactly. Shooting you down, dude. So
I agree with Bearded Master.
By the way, man, Bearded Master, we miss you, dude. I hope you're doing well. We look forward to seeing you soon sometime. Feel free to throw us your picks, man, so we can still feel like we're beating you, even though you're not, here right now.
He's not in the chat, but I was giving him an ode in case he was.
Yeah. So
in case he listens to it later on, we love you, buddy.
Absolutely. All right, so let's jump on to the tag team one. The tag team one is I think going to be the dark horse match of the night. For some reason, I just think this is going to be a solid match.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, Street Profits versus Undisputed Era. Yeah, I hate to say it, man. The writing's on the wall with this pay-per-view. It's really
it is. It really is.
and it's not because of how they've got them matched. It's just because they've already like the
what the matches are.
Well, the Street Profits are practically Raw already.
Yeah,
they've been out every week. They've been pitchmen right now, but they've been out on Raw every week, just doing stuff, building up their case. I think they've been on there long enough. I hate to say it, man. As much as I hate to see them losing it so fast, it just means they're going to be moving up because they need to be moved up. The tag team division's hurting right now. Undisputed Era gets their belts back, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and that's my pick for that reason.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Street Profits are going Raw. Raw needs another tag team, and they need something as prolific as the Street Profits because steak and weights ain't doing it. Joke.
Viking Raiders aren't doing it.
You know what? Viking Raiders, unfortunately, they had that hiccup at the beginning. They are getting better, but they're beating up lackluster teams right now. Everyone's
they're doing jobber matches.
Yeah, everyone's impressed by all the stuff they're doing, but they are starting to build back up. Yeah. So yeah, usually we talk a lot more, but man, the writing on the wall is on NXT is it, man. I mean, this is going to be an undisputed NXT, I think, because you got your next one. You've got the North American Championship. This one hurts.
It does. It does. No, it does. I see it too because you see who's in the match. It's Velveteen Dream, Roderick Strong, and
Pete Dunne. It's crazy, man. Because
I like Velveteen and I like Pete Dunne and Roderick is Roderick, but at the same time, it's like, oh, why?
Yeah. It's an interesting scenario. Like, is this the beginning of Velveteen's
the Undisputed Era?
We already know that's going to happen. I'm just saying what happens from here. Because what's interesting about this is for the last year, Pete Dunne has been exclusively NXT UK.
And the UK champion.
And then he loses his belt. He has his return match. He loses that match. And now we see him on NXT's roster. So it's like he crossed the pond, and is he going to stay here to where he's being moved up? And then same thing goes with Velveteen Dream. Even though he has not held the NXT championship, he's held the North American championship quite well. I think Velveteen
and he's a fan favorite. He has before.
I'll say he's blossomed to that point where he can move to one of the main rosters, potentially SmackDown. SmackDown needs somebody like him on his roster.
They do.
And Velveteen has just hit that point where he can always come back to NXT and have that match. But I think he needs to start and he needs to move up because they're not going to give him the championship anytime soon. So I'd rather see him get moved up and take over the U.S. championship or the Intercontinental championship.
I'd like to see that, him versus Nakamura for the IC title.
Absolutely, yeah. He's going to be he's ready for the main roster, and that's where I'm giving it to Roderick Strong because once again, this is going to be undisputed. I think this is Pete Dunne's match to say, hey, I'm Pete Dunne. Everyone sees him, and then God, all of a sudden he shows up the next week or two on one of the main shows. I mean, these are all little steps that they're doing with NXT to get SmackDown ready for when it goes on Fox.
Yep.
You're lining things up. They have to too, though, man, because they have to start making moves with SmackDown and the main shows because we'll just say another brand out there is doing pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah. So, which leads us to the championship match: Johnny Gargano versus Adam Cole 2. And I could care less who wins this one because the match is going to be awesome.
Oh, it is. It is. Both of them, their in-ring chemistry together is fantastic. I love watching Adam Cole when he's in matches against others, and I like watching Johnny Gargano matches. But when you have those two together, the chemistry, the energy that they can bring in a match is going to be off the hook. And it always is. But to see this match to go at it again it's going to be fantastic. But then it brings up the thing too, like you said too. They're setting things up. I mean, we said it's going to be the clean sweep. But that brings the question too: is are they going to bring Gargano up? Is it his time?
I'm going to tell you one thing. This match, if anything, is going to solidify Gargano. And the reason why I say that is this. If you look at NXT for the last 2 years, think of all the rival matches, all the big matches they've had.
Gargano.
Whose name's been in almost all of them?
Gargano.
Yeah, and to me, regardless if he's won them or not, the one thing that I really respect about Gargano is the fact that he has been able to put these solid matches, some of the best ones that WWE has seen throughout the years, and they've been against different type of people. So you have Velveteen Dream, who's just charismatic and athletic as hell. And then you go against Ciampa, who's just brutal. He's like a miniature Triple H. I mean, that's where I look at Gargano or Ciampa. I see him as a cerebral assassin kind of thing. That's how I've always kind of seen him since he's done this switch over. And then you have Adam Cole, which is just
Adam Cole, baby.
I mean, yeah. I mean, there's really no. I mean, I could tell he's almost like another AJ Styles. Everything about him just flows. And yet Gargano has been able to give the high quality matches and all these different types of wrestling abilities. So that's why I'm saying, like, Adam Cole's going to win, but I think Johnny Gargano is going to come out on this on top. This could be his farewell. It really can. And I think he's going to go balls out. And if this is his last takeover, he'll have 1 or 2 matches left on NXT where they'll do a one more show kind of thing. And then that's going to be that opportunity where he moves up and Candice LeRae, like I talked about earlier, starts getting to put herself on track. So, yeah, but it's Adam Cole. This is Undisputed Era's. This is Undisputed right here.
NXT Takeover Undisputed Edition.
Which is going to be crazy, but it's going to be awesome, man. At the same time, WWE at least has proven that factions could hold more than one belt. We see that right now with NXT and the OC. So now there's going to be one faction that holds all the major belts other than not having a female. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe they'll find a female to get in the Undisputed Era. They need
maybe Yim does if she wins the belt.
I don't know. I don't see that one. I think if they do something like that, it's gonna be someone we don't know. It's gonna just be out of nowhere. Because there's a lot of talent that's been signed, that's been doing stuff, but hasn't been on television. They've been only doing dark matches. So, all right. So NXT, I think, and I'm going to tell you right now, I hate to say this because I know if Bearded Master was on there, he's going to be like, I'm just an NXT pushover. I don't care what you say. I think NXT's matches are going to go over SummerSlams.
Depending on which matches we're talking
about. Yeah. Which we're going to get to SummerSlam here just now. The SummerSlam's got a crap load of great matches as well. By the way, if you're watching this live, make sure you throw your picks in there on our live feed. Like I said, Mindfreak's watching over that. We want to get your thoughts and feedback on it. Tell us if we're assholes, if we're not doing our job right. It's all good. That's what we're here for. That's what Smack Talk is all about. It's 2 guys right now talking to each other, but man, the fans here, you guys, I want your guys' insights as well because we're not all knowing. It's always better to hear from other people as well. So, albeit I do carry the brains.
No, that's Bearded one.
Well, he's on vacation, so someone's got to step up.
Yeah, you're looking at him. What's up?
All right, oh man, it's been too long. It
has been.
Oh man. All right, so SummerSlam now. Now they've got let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 matches I've seen, unless I'm missing one, which I don't think it is. I think the last one I missed was the Kevin and Shane McMahon, which I got that on. So we've got 11 matches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are championship matches.
1, 2.
Universal, WWE, Raw Women's, SmackDown Women's, U.S. Championship, Cruiserweight, Intercontinental.
Who's it?
Is there any tag team championships on the
No.
line?
Who's Nakamura fighting?
Nakamura's fighting Ali. Shinsuke versus Ali.
Then there's 12 matches.
No.
Hold on, let me see.
Wow. And this is what we're going to spend the next 10 minutes on, guys. Universal, WWE, Raw, SmackDown, US, Bray, Goldberg, Cruiser, Inter, Kevin.
Yeah, then I have the list here. I think I'm missing a couple matches then. Okay. Anyway.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 matches. 10 matches, right?
Okay.
10 matches.
There we go.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Yeah.
And 7 of them are championship matches.
Yep.
So I'm going to start off with the match that really doesn't need to be on this, and we're going to move on. And I bet you can guess which one it is.
Yeah.
Which one?
The Ziggler Goldberg.
Yeah. Completely stupid ass match. Unfortunately, Goldberg's going to win it because he can't go out like a punk like he did in the Undertaker match. This is his, hey, I'm sorry, guys. Let me kick Dolph Ziggler's ass and now I'm gone match, which is completely absurd. What the hell would I think? I'd rather have seen Miz versus Ziggler than freaking Goldberg versus. This is garbage. So I got Goldberg. Who do you have?
Goldberg.
All right, there you go.
There it is. Done.
Our producer's going to go crazy, Larry. He's going to be like, seriously? Outside of one match, you guys are picking the same people?
Well, it was NXT, and with the way that the card lined up, I mean, it's obvious.
Yeah, I got
like it's hard to pick against what's the obvious thing there.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but I really did not like how this match was set up.
Neither did I.
It's ridiculous.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Do you want to do non-title then titles?
Yeah, how we always do it. So, next one I'm going to go with is going to be The Fiend, Bray Wyatt versus Finn Balor.
Okay, this match I'm actually very excited for. Because one, it's Bray Wyatt's first match back in who knows how long. And we were supposed to see, at one point the Demon versus Bray Wyatt, but now it's kind of flip-flop and we're seeing The Fiend versus Balor. Now, ultimately, what this is going to set up is going to set up The Fiend versus the Demon. You already see that coming. That's going to happen. But with that being said, in order for that match to happen, Wyatt's going to get the win. As much as I like Finn Balor and Bray Wyatt, with what you could do and the potential that this match has, I'm going to give it to Bray.
Yeah, in fact, I'll be honest with you, I'm giving it to Bray too, and the only reason why is because we already know that when this match is done, Finn Balor's taking some time off. Mm-hmm. He's made it clear, and which is fine. He could take the time off. I think anytime that wrestler asks for time off, that means he's earned his time off. He's been doing the show long, and him coming back from that major shoulder surgery, he's had a good couple years going. But take a break, and then when he comes back. There's going to be 2 scenarios with Finn Balor. Either you're going to get the club, okay, or he's going to come back as the Demon right off the bat against Bray. And it won't be, it's not going to be like a setup match where it's like, 2 weeks, you're going to see this. It's going to be, I want a match with somebody, and the Demon comes out, and there you go. Which I really hoped it is, because I think they get a lot better pop when you don't televise some of these matches that don't need to be done. So, I'm giving it to Bray as well, just because, like I said, Finn Balor's going to be taking time off. They're not going to let Fiend come in and get a loss right off the bat.
Nope.
So, all right. So we're doing there. All right. Let's see here. Anybody else throwing in some stuff yet, or are they just listening to us?
They're just listening to us right now.
All right. That's all right. We're talking good stuff because we're not messing up, I guess. All right. Cool. Let's see here. Next one we're looking at is now Kevin Owens versus Shane McMahon. Again. Here's the thing. I agree with what Kevin Owens has been saying for the last 2-3 weeks.
Oh yeah.
In fact, I think we've said it well before he even broke it out. Shane McMahon's just got to go. He's got to drop out. He's killing the show. I mean, he's killing Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre shouldn't be Shane McMahon's lackey. Drew McIntyre should be going for a damn championship match. He should be fighting Brock Lesnar or fucking Kofi or whatever. Drew McIntyre should not be freaking someone's lackey.
No.
And Shane McMahon's doing it. I mean, you also got Elias as his lackey. I mean, these are two guys that were skyrocketing, and all of a sudden, because Shane McMahon's got to have his he's got to try to be his dad, and it's just not coming over. And kudos to the writers or whoever. I don't know if it was the old writers or if it's Bischoff or whatever, but kudos for giving Kevin Owens the Stone Cold whatever hype on, whatever. Yeah. And this is going to be a brutal match. I think I think this is going to go well beyond what we're expecting, but it's going to be Kevin Owens winning because we can't see Kevin Owens quit again, you know?
Yeah, we really can't. And Shane's been winning way too much. Go ahead. Yeah, this is another one of those matches. Like with everything that's going on, we're going to be agreeing on a couple matches, but we're also going to be disagreeing on a couple matches. But it's just with the way that the writing's going right now, with what everything's getting set up for with the Fox deal and all that stuff. So it's bound to happen. But yes, Kevin Owens absolutely needs to win this match. Shane needs a loss and needs to just go away for a while. Yeah.
Now you know what though. Now here's the thing. We're talking about SmackDown on some of these, right?
Mm-hmm.
SmackDown's writing has gone crazy lately. You know, 2 weeks ago or last week, Vince McMahon just totally pulls the entire program and rewrites it, and then rewrites even the second half of it, why the show is going. Mm-hmm. So they can't figure SmackDown out. And
which is sad to say, because of the fact we were saying when we first started the podcast here that SmackDown was one of the better shows.
Yeah, but they're messing things up too much, and it's going to get to a point where, like, after this pay-per-view, how much more craziness is going to happen? I mean, like, I can tell you right now, Raw, I think, is getting better or getting better pushes and doing better because Paul Heyman's creativity has splashed the 90s back in there, but not in the sense where
it's modern day wrestlers with the 90s twist.
Yeah, we're not getting bikini matches, we're not getting all that stupidness, but we are getting the attitude, not full go. But we are getting the different personalities. We're starting to get those heels and those anti-heroes and everything like that. So it's coming around, and I think Paul Heyman's been doing a great job with it. SmackDown just needs to ditch Shane or put him in a lesser of a role and allow the talent to start doing their thing again.
Mm-hmm.
So we got both Kevin on that one, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he's gonna love doing this one. Just putting Kevin Owens up every 2 seconds, putting this guy up every 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Hey. All right, so those are all the non.
Nope. One more non-title match.
Which one am I missing?
Flair and Stratus.
Oh, that's right. That is the one I did miss on there. Yeah, Flair and Stratus. All right, so we got Flair versus Stratus because that just actually happened last week. That's why it popped up there. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so Trish Stratus, another one of those returners coming back. Who
I'll take the lead on this one. It's going to be Charlotte, and it's for this reason only. You see a lot of this stuff, especially within the women's division. You have two of the biggest names at two different points of time. Trish Stratus, who is an icon. Everybody knows who Trish Stratus is. And it was like she said when she was interrupted by Charlotte a couple weeks ago, you know, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have this women's revolution, which is partly true because she was there. She, you know, kind of paved that way. But yes, you have to think of the different matches that she was in. But at the same time, look at some of the matches that she had with Lita, like some classic matches. So it's one of those. It's like it's like a pass the baton kind of match in a sense. You get what I mean? The old and the new, that kind of thing.
So there's a couple things that kind of put a twist on this, though. Mm-hmm. Trish Stratus has gone out and said this is her last match. This is it. She doesn't want to wrestle anymore. This is it. So she's had a couple matches before. Does WWE cater to, or not cater to, but like, do they let her go out one more time with a good win? especially because Charlotte Flair doesn't need to beat Trish Stratus. She's Charlotte Flair.
True.
She don't need it. She's already won the belt how many times? 8 times?
9.
9, whatever it is. So she doesn't need to beat Trish Stratus. Do they let Trish Stratus win her final match at home? Against Charlotte Flair, nonetheless. I mean, this isn't
and that's what I was about to bring up. That's the question. Do you let Charlotte lose at SummerSlam, or do you give the win to Trish? That's where I was going. I was like, I hate to see it, kind of a pass the baton kind of thing, but Flair. But you brought up the next point I was literally about to make. It's a tough one, dude. It really is.
Well, here's what I think. I think they're not going to shit on Trish Stratus. I think they're going to give her the win. And it's because, once again, this is not a need to win for Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is not. Would it be great if she won it? Yes. But then you're going to get that whole Flair personality that doesn't need to happen.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go for it. Go for it.
I 100% agree with you on that. But at the flip side, the last name says it all. Flair. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You see why this is so hard to choose.
Yeah. I get it. But that's where I think they're gonna let Trish keep it. I think they're gonna let Trish win. Like I said, it's her last match. It's at home. WWE has been given the homers the wins. I mean,
true. But also, when you realize it too, though, how many times have we seen last matches happen and the person having last match wins?
Oh man,
you see what I mean?
I gotcha. I don't know, man. I mean, when you look at the last one happen, Kurt Angle.
Mm-hmm.
As much as you want to see Kurt Angle win, I wanted Kurt Angle win. I picked him to win.
Mm-hmm. But I wanted to win too, but I went with my gut and I went with Corbin. As much as I hated to say it.
Now the difference between Angle and Trish Stratus, okay, is Angle left WWE for a period of time. And even though he was brought back with that love and everything, that the whole big hug and everything, that's great, he still left. Trish Stratus didn't. In fact, Trish Stratus, and she said it the other night, she is the reason why there is a women's division here.
Mm-hmm.
Because through all the 90s, yeah, she was showing skin and everything like that. But her, Lita, Melina, Beth Phoenix, China, you had all these women that were progressing women's wrestling from valets and 5-minute matches to headlining matches, headlining Raw, first women to ever win a male's championship. All this stuff was happening in this generation. This is one way you can kind of give, I don't want to say closure, but solidification to that group of females being the turning point. The evolution has been the point where it's manifested into what we see now. But the Attitude Era is where you saw the change in the women's division and the Divas division, whatever you want to call it. And that's where I think they'll give it to Trish, because to give her that last second, hey, thank you very much, especially at home.
I 100% agree with you on that, but my gut is telling me Flair for some reason, just with the track record that WWE's done.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So yeah. I'm as much as I would like Trish to win, I'm going to give it to Flair. And I hope WWE proves me wrong. I'm saying that right now. I hope they prove me wrong.
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine what that place is going to go if she wins?
Oh, yeah.
Flair. Over Flair. It wouldn't be anything if it was like, I mean, it would be a great match over Becky Lynch or over Bayley, but it's over Flair. Because
I know
it goes back to Flair and Hitman.
I know it does. And everything about me is saying go with Trish, but my gut is saying Flair.
I'm gonna say something later too. Okay.
Okay. I'm going. As much as I hate to say this, I'm saying.
Okay. Flair. No, that's cool. Our producer's probably gonna be happy because now we have a split there, which is good. All right. So the next one we'll go on to, which I think is gonna be
a sleeper match.
Yeah, it's gonna be a sleeper match, but there's gonna be a little bit more to it too. I think this is gonna be a brutal ass match. Cruiserweight.
Yeah. Well, I didn't necessarily mean sleeper. I meant more so like it's going to be the one you're not expecting.
And if you don't watch 205, or if you don't check out NXT UK or something like that, if you don't watch these as much, you're probably going, well, why is this one going to be better? Because Drew Gulak is potentially one of the best all-around wrestlers in WWE right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's borderline heel and anti-face. He's got great skills inside the ring. And then you match up with ONeill Lorcan, where I know ONeill Lorcan is not a household name yet, but once again, if you haven't seen UK, NXT, or 205,
he's a household name in UK. That is for sure.
You're gonna find out who ONeill Lorcan is, because this is his first spotlight in the big show. And every time I watch this guy on the NXTs, on the pay-per-views, and everything like that, that dude comes with thunder, man. He is a hard-hitting bastard. That's what he is. I love watching his matches because he gives 120%, and he just rips. He just goes into it. He gives some of the hardest chops.
Oh, he does.
Yeah, and you're going, and he's really good in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
I think he needs a new finisher. The half and half is kind of a lame finisher.
Yeah.
But overall, Drew Gulak versus ONeill Lorcan is going to be a great match.
And isn't this Gulak's first title defense?
No, he's had another time. I think he's had
one.
It's the
second. I think it's the
second.
second.
He's had a couple of them, but this is going to be the first one he's actually had on the big show.
Yeah.
Because I think the last one he had was, I want to say,
Nice won the rematch.
Yeah.
He won the right to have the rematch, yeah.
Yeah. So that being said, wow, he just busted those out too.
Yes, he did.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, so here's what we'll do. We'll stop for a sec. Our compatriot, if you've watched our show before, Bearded Master. He's with us. He's the third guy in our trifecta here. Life has kind of stepped in, and we've kind of trying to pick up the mantle for him. It's very difficult, though. That's a lot of beard to cover. But he just sent us his picks. And really quick, going to TakeOver.
He agreed with us. With the title.
Except he has EO winning. He has EO and Shayna winning, but he has undisputed era winning the titles. So that's where he's at. He's got undisputed era winning the 3 belts, and then Shayna Baszler is going to be winning the women's title. He's with me on that, and then Io Shirai. He's the only one that's gone with Io on that. So all right, and then let's go here. He has let's see here. He picked Trish Stratus to win.
Okay.
He picked Ziggler to win.
Okay.
That's interesting.
And KO by disqualification.
And he picked KO by disqualification. And then we talked about Bray and Finn, right? And
yes.
He picked Bray as well.
He picked Bray as well. Okay.
So now we're on the Drew Gulak one. We got them all caught up there. I'm going to put his pick in there first. He's got Gulak. He's got Drew Gulak winning the match. I will go with Drew Gulak as well, and it's not because I'm jumping on Bearded Master's coattails now like we always do. It's because Drew Gulak is the best thing 205 has going right now. I just watched 205 the other day, and I'm struggling. Mm-hmm. Too much Lucha House Party. Yeah. Arya Daivari making a nice return, but they got to put something in there. So Drew Gulak's got to keep that belt. Who do you have picking?
I have Gulak for the same reason. The fact that he, like right now with, a bunch of people moving around, we said the same thing, when Buddy Murphy had the title. He was kind of holding that division together. Now that you have a lot of people gone, and he, like you said, he is one of the best all-around wrestlers in WWE right now. And for that, I see him having the title a little bit longer, so he's been retained as well. Yeah,
I look forward to him going main roster sometime. He reminds me a lot of Mr. Perfect as far as personality-wise.
Yes.
He really does. I'm not saying it's that good. I'm just saying when I watch his promos and when
you get the reminiscence flashbacks. Yeah, I know what you mean.
The Gulak running for 205 to be better. This Gulak now, he's just a badass, man. He goes in there, owns the floor. It's awesome, man. Okay, so we got that down. We're going good. Malice Smack Talk is hopping along. Please put your picks in there. Don't listen to us all the time. We've got some people watching us on Twitch. Please, if you got a minute, come your 2 seconds.
And his pick too. There's no IC pick in there. So is there an IC title match?
Last time I read it, there was Shinsuke versus Ali. That's what I read. I mean, you can look it up if you want, but that's the last.
I'm gonna look it up.
You got the computer while I'm going to the next one. So let's. So while we're doing that, why don't we go to? We'll hold off on the Intercontinental. We'll go to the U.S. Championship next. While you're looking it up, now the U.S. Championship is a rematch. AJ Styles versus Ricochet. This is once again a match that it doesn't matter who wins. Everyone wins with this match. Okay, it could be a count out, which I hope it's not. It could be a disqualification. I hope it's not. I hope the OC just stays behind and it does not come out, because I want this just to be a clean win from whoever does win. Because AJ Styles and Ricochet are something magical, man. That's a rarity of competitors. You don't get that type of match. It's almost like having Jericho versus Rey Mysterio back in their heydays. That's kind of like what we're getting here and stuff. And this is a hard one to pick, because I want Ricochet to get the belt back, because I think he definitely can hold that belt and hold it for a long time. But as we talked about earlier, the OC is back in the house and they have gold everywhere. They're just not going to give up the OC. The belt's just not going to be given up that quick. As much as I would like to see Ricochet win, unfortunately, AJ Styles is going to hold on to that belt.
Yeah, as much as I like Ricochet is going to have a very lengthy career. Especially, he's going to hold the either the Universal or the WWE championships. And he did well with that short, with the short U.S. title run. But I think I'm going to go with AJ Styles as well. Mainly because of the fact that you just reestablished him with the BC. All of them are holding titles, a title right now. So you kind of build on that a little bit, to the fact that you're just getting them back up, and you want to kind of keep going with that.
Now, does he keep it for outside interference? Because since there is no tag team championships that I remember, that I recall seeing on the docket, which is weird. Does the OC come out? Interference, AJ keeps the belt.
They may throw up a distraction, but not like actual
disqualification.
Yeah.
Okay. And let's see, who did the bearded one have? Let's see here. Bearded had. See here. Oh yeah, he had Styles too. I should have just guessed that already. He's an AJ Styles man himself. So we are all three there. All right, now we're keeping track because we do have a tally. I can't remember who's winning. I know it's not me, but I'm creeping up.
I think I'm up by 1 over Bearded.
And then how many am I back? 3?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm creeping up because it used to be 6. All right. Did you find out about the Shinsuke match?
No, dude, every match I look, every thing I see, they're not talking about any other match except the main title matches, and that one's not on there. So.
All right. Well. We'll hold off. Let's just say hypothetically, if Shinsuke has a match against Ali, who do you think would win?
Ali.
You think Ali would get his run?
Yeah, he deserves it. He deserves it. With what happened to him and what's caused put Kofi into the match to lead to Kofi having the title, Ali, with how much he's been doing and everything that he's capable of, he gets his run.
Now, hold on a sec. As you're doing this, we're to fight. I'm trying to see if Bearded Master will put his 2 cents in. Let's see here. All right, who wins? There we go. So I got that in. So we're both in agreement on that with Ali, if it happens. Well, we've got the main matches now.
We got the main 4. Let's start with SmackDown. SmackDown Women's.
SmackDown Women's. Bayley versus Ember Moon.
Yes.
I'm perplexed on this one.
I am too.
It's an interesting scenario because Ember Moon was getting her push and then she got injured. Now she's come back because she's been thrown in, but Bayley's got this turn and she's got this personality with her where it's no longer Hugger Bayley. It's I'm a badass Bayley. Like I'm the champ Bayley. You're not.
It's the Bayley we've all deserved now that Sasha Banks is gone and hopefully gone for good.
She's not gone for good. She's
I know.
back.
I don't say that.
She's
I
coming
know,
back.
Don't say it. Don't. I don't want to think about that right now. Okay.
All right. He picked Ali if it happens. All right.
Okay.
So you got Bayley and Ember Moon. I'm gonna do my pick first. I'm going with Bayley. And the reason why I'm going with Bayley is because Bayley is the best thing for SmackDown women right now. Her angle, her attitude. You get I think it'll set up Sasha coming back. That's what it will. Now, does Sasha get a championship? I don't know, but I mean, I think it would be nice to see her have the belt, Sasha come back with that attitude, and beat the crap out of Sasha. Keep her belt. Show her that, hey, I am the one, not you. Ember Moon could use this win, and I think she is desperate need of having a belt. But if they can have her, just if Ember can come out with a solid match and not just be beat down, like if she can really push it, she'll be all right. She'll come out with a loss and still be in the running, just as long as they keep her in the spotlight, right? What do you think? Who do you think is going to pull this one off?
I can see Ember winning it because, like you said, she's well deserving of a title. She's a phenomenal in-ring performer. But this new attitude of Bayley, like it's like you said, it's like this is Bayley's time. Like we are getting the Bayley, like I said earlier, we are getting the Bayley we've all deserved for a long time. And I think she retains and hold on to the belt for a little bit longer.
All right.
I say this match leads up for a nice lengthy feud, probably for the next couple months, maybe to Survivor Series, or maybe before Survivor Series.
Or whatever next. I get lost on how many the pay-per-views between SummerSlam and Survivor Series.
One of them, I know one of them is No Mercy.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, no, they already did TLC, or Extreme, so
yeah.
All right.
And TLC is after Survivor Series.
That's right. Yeah, it's usually the one it carries until Royal Rumble.
Yep.
All right, and Bearded Master picked Ember Moon,
which I can see.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Either one would be a good champion. I just don't think Ember has the backing just yet. Like no one, like when she comes out, she doesn't get that pop yet.
And Bayley's won a couple titles before, but they've never been lengthy title runs. You have to give her a couple months with the belt.
Yeah, and I would be down in seeing a heel turn on Bayley.
I would.
She's getting close. So, all right. So your next one, then let's go with the men's SmackDown: Kofi Kingston versus Randy Orton.
Oh.
You get the pick first this time.
I will pick first this time.
Go for it. Yeah, and you can do your talking, and then I can say I agree.
Exactly. As much as I love Kofi Kingston, Kofi has done wonders with this belt, and he is coming to his own as a WWE champion. He has the backing. The fans love him. He's doing great. But I said this at the beginning of the year. Or I said this at the beginning of the year. Randy Orton is going to be the one carrying the belt into the Fox deal. Because outside of like your big major names like, Lesnar, Rollins, Roman Reigns, Randy Orton has been there. He's the guy that's been there the longest. He's true to the name, he's true to the brand. And the fact that, when you think WWE or you think RKO, you think of Randy Orton. He has the three most devastating words in sports entertainment, the RKO. He's the one that's going to carry the title into the new Fox deal for SmackDown to bring viewers. That and the fact that, I'm a huge Randy Orton fan. He is the apex predator. So I'm picking Orton.
Now I do agree with you on a lot of that stuff. Let's see. Bearded Master picked Orton as well. Okay. I agree with you. I think Randy Orton will have the championship when the Fox deal goes in, when they start up in 2 months, right?
October, yeah.
October. I don't think Randy Orton will have it right now. I think they're going to let Kofi keep it a little bit longer. I think I would even go so far as saying that the first championship match, SmackDown championship match, will be Kofi Kingston versus Randy Orton 2. And I think that's where Randy Orton takes the belt and then carries SmackDown. That would be a great way to start the SmackDown era or on the new channel and stuff. I think keeping Kofi with the belt a little bit longer gives the fans that feel good, okay? Because right now the other belt is held by Brock. So it gives the fans, yeah, exactly. It gives the fans their counterbalance to Brock. It kind of keeps New Day in there because right now New Day is dripping in gold too. But I do see him. I do see Randy Orton taking that belt between after SummerSlam and just on that match or that night or before that night. He will be the champ when SmackDown finishes that night.
We've all said it before, and I can't believe you're changing your mind because you said it. We said it the night after Kofi won it too, that first week. He's going to have a title run, but he's most likely going to drop it at SummerSlam. So it's shocking for me to hear you say that.
Well, a lot of things have changed.
They have, and I understand the thought process of it, but okay.
I'm just going with the fact that SmackDown is not what it was ran before.
True,
and they've got to do things right now that are fan positive. I'm not saying Randy Orton winning the belt is not fan positive because there's a lot of people. Hell, I laughed my ass off when I saw him get freaking RKO'd by his wife into the pool.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah,
that was a great.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, right now, I think they need to keep Kofi. They need to keep the people's champ. They got to keep the fan favorite right now. They have to keep it
Watch
right
what
now.
you say.
Yeah, I know. They got to keep.
Dare
you?
Keep
it right now.
How dare you? I'm starting to witch hunt on Twitter.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the fact that we have new people writing or they keep changing the writing, I'd be down with saying, hell yeah, Randy Orton's got it by SummerSlam. But you could see that people still react really well to Kofi Kingston. There's still a huge pop for him. But it has to end soon anyways because you're starting to see a separation of New Day. And you don't want to have New Day separated. Like you want to keep them as a group, a tight-knit group. So what?
No, nothing.
Oh, shut up. All right.
About this time last year, you're like, we need to see somebody push. They're going to turn on the New Day. We see the split of the New Day. You said that also.
Dude, there's a lot of stuff changed. So
I know, but
Eric Bischoff was not writing back then.
I love giving you shit.
Of course. All right. So now we've got two more to go. We've got the Raw and the Universal. Raw Women's Champion and the Universal Championship. I am going to go with the Universal first.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
No. Yeah, because I mean, I ain't gonna lie, dude. I mean, how can you not pick? I'm gonna throw it out there. How can you not pick Brock Lesnar? And the reason why I say that is because they said it. I mean, Paul Heyman said it a week or two ago. I have stroke in this show now. I have this. They're not going to give Brock Lesnar is not going to lose his belt to Seth Rollins at SummerSlam. I hate to say it, but that's not going to happen. I can't stand it because Brock Lesnar is still the same Brock Lesnar. Granted, he has come out a couple more times than he did all last year, but it's still Brock Lesnar. Like when SummerSlam's done, we're not going to see that belt for 3 months. Unless for some reason Paul Heyman's writing or his influence on Brock Lesnar starts getting him to come back. Maybe that was the reason why Brock Lesnar was not coming to WWE or doing the same because he hated the writing and blah, blah, blah. Maybe Paul Heyman running the show, doing the writing and the creative will get Brock Lesnar to show up more. But until I see that, unfortunately, Brock Lesnar is going to win this belt, and then we're not going to see the Universal title until whenever they decide they want to start putting them in. And Bearded Master agrees with me as far as Brock Lesnar. Not everything I said. Where are you at, sir?
I know Heyman has stake in it,
No, that's steak. Stroke.
Whatever.
Stroke.
I'm saying steak. I'm saying he has steak in it. I don't care.
Medium rare steak.
No, well done, but whatever. I can't.
Just do it. You know what's gonna happen. We've already given it.
Rollins.
Well, thanks for the 1 point.
Yeah. Thank you for. Yeah, I know. I know I'm giving the point away, but
I would pick Seth Rollins.
But you
said it. You said it.
I got your pick. I'm not changing it. I'm going with Rollins. Even though I hate to, even though I'm giving you guys a point, I just have this gut feeling something's going to happen and Rollins is going to walk out with the title.
No, it's not going to happen, dude.
It probably won't.
I'll tell you right now, the only way he walks out with the title is if the man comes out and does something. That's the only way it's going to happen.
Yep.
The only way.
Yep.
And no one wants to see that. Exactly. All right. So
doesn't matter. I
appreciate it.
I'm happy I picked Rollins. I'm happy.
I got you, man. Yeah, stick with that. You're gonna lose that belt, man. All right. So our main event, which I really do think is going to be it's not going to be the last match, but I think it's going to be one of the better matches. Becky versus Natalya. Now, I know right now, Bearded Master, if he's listening or if he watches this later, is right now trying to stab me with something because the last thing he wants me to start talking about is how Natalya is going to have a good match. I mean, that's. But if you look at these,
here, hold that thought. Bearded, here, I pulled out my katana. I'll stab him for you.
Yeah. So if you look at the promos, I think this has been Natalya's best promos to date. It's been a long time since she's put some good stuff out there. I like the edgier attitude to her. I'm not picking anybody yet, though. I'm going to let you go first on this one.
No, I went first.
No, I went first last time. I threw Brock in there right off the bat. I gave in the corporate America on that one. Becky versus Natalya.
Becky is so on fire right now. She is the hottest thing in WWE right now.
Okay.
Everything that she's done, everything that she's going to continue to do, and I don't see Natalya having another title off of Becky, especially off of Becky.
Okay. So I said this earlier, and I'm going to throw this out here again. I said I was going to say something about this SummerSlam. A lot of things have been going on lately in the WWE where there's been a lot of talk about, is WWE ready for post-McMahon era, post-Vince era? How much they've talked about Triple H, is he ready? Is he going to do this? A lot of that's been happening lately. I'm going to tell you right now, this is going to sound crazy, but I think Natalya is going to win this match. Just like Trish Stratus is going to win her match. And this is going to be Vince McMahon's apology for the Montreal screw job. Because I don't think he's going to be rolling too much longer. I think this is it, man. I think this is going to be Homer night, and both ladies from Toronto are going to win their matches. Natalya's going to win the belt. And we've said it before. We've said Natalya needs at least to have another belt run because she's done as many years as she has. This is going to be the one. And could you imagine? Now, Trish Stratus wins, there's going to be a huge pop. Can you imagine what will happen if Natalya wins that? Seriously? Seriously? Come on, man. You have to see it. I'm not now. Does it mean that Becky can't win it the very next night? Because I think they're doing Monday night or SmackDown from Monday Night Raw and SmackDown from Toronto. But I think she's going to pull. I think they're going to let Toronto. I think this is going to be the Toronto Fest. I think there's going to be some happy.
And for
Canadian.
Bearded Master's pick, he is also picking Becky Lynch.
Oh yeah. You laugh, you sip your drink, but don't be surprised if they pull that off. Oh man, you're gonna be pissed next week when we talk about this.
I won't even be on next week if it happens.
It's gonna happen.
I'm taking a month. If that happens, I'm taking a month break.
It's gonna happen.
If that
Dude,
happens,
you just took a month break. You took a month and a half off. I gave you 2
We
more
all
weeks.
we all took a month and a half off.
Yeah, I've been showing up on other casts, so I haven't really had time. I'm taking next week
Hey,
off.
I work Fridays, so
Actually, you're lucky actually, because I think next week if we do this, we're gonna have to do it on Tuesday, because I'm gonna be camping next week. I'm gonna be somewhere where there's gonna be no. So we might even have to ask Bearded Master to come in and sit in on it, and just because I will tell you this: if she does pull that off, and I'm not gonna be on there, and we can talk Bearded Master and hosting the show. I am so watching that show. And you guys are going to send me any texts or anything because I just want to watch that show with all the glow, dude. Everything about it. It's going to be awesome. Natalia's going to win that belt, dude.
I hate you right now. I hate you right now.
It doesn't make sense.
I hate you right now.
You guys didn't think outside the box. It makes sense. Damn, Masonic Vader came with some thought in that one, man. Ooh, yes. I could see the hair falling out with little left of it on your head and going to your beard, man. And this is coming from a guy who's losing it already. So, oh man, that's it right there.
That's our show, guys.
That is definitely
you guys can
right
follow me at right over my shoulder at Twitter at MindFreakMLG. You guys can also follow me at the brand new setup, mixer.com/just JUST Mind MINDFREVK. The new Mixer stream channel is up and ready to go. I've already done a couple test streams, all that kind of stuff. The first live, actual, full-on live show is going to be in 3 weeks' time. So check my Twitter. Check my Twitter for more details on that.
Nice. Now, he's not here, but you could always follow Bearded Master right above here, a Bearded Master. Definitely check him out. I know he's also working with our buddy cast, our friends over at Boot to the Face. That's Boot, the number 2, the Face. Yeah, I think that's how they roll it. I don't know. There you go. He's over there too. And of course, you can follow me at Masonic Vader, as you see right above my shoulder there as well. Of course, like I always like to try to tell people, if you're listening to this cast, if you're watching it on the replay on YouTube or whatnot, please like, subscribe, follow, share our stuff, tell your friends about us. Feel free to go on my Twitter and blow me up because you think Natalia's not going to win and I'm a dumbass. Do whatever you want, but definitely follow Malice Smack Talk. And thank you so much for the Malice group for allowing us to, Malice Corp, to let us do it again. Mindfreak is right. That is the show. So you guys have a great weekend. We'll try to get some live tweets and everything going on over the weekend with NXT and everything. Thank you guys so much for showing up. And I believe our producer's ready to go. So how we always finish this show is with the 1, 2, 3. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week, guys.